What's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. KG is back. It's been a few days. I know it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you, all that stuff. But yeah, there's not really been much going on. But that is the update. That is the update that I want to come on here and say, and also get your thoughts on as well. I don't know how long I'm going to be. As you can hear, my voice isn't in the best shape today, but I'm going to get through it, of course. Evening to Nigel. Nigel should just say. Um, Getting concerned now, KG. Even Everton have got a left back today on loan. What it leads up to, and that's what I want to get into. Basically, we're approaching 10 days away from the start of the season, and for me, I mean the squad is nowhere near in the shape it should be. But I want to get your thoughts on that too. So obviously, as you come in or as you're watching a replay, hit the like button. That is the best way to support the channel. I mean, what was it? Tobes the other day messaged me about the YouTube algorithms. Couldn't tell you. Don't know how it works. But all I know is that liking the video is the best way to help your favorite content providers. So yeah, do that for me, please. Hit the like button so it helps me in the algorithms here. And subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. You know the drill, people. Just got to give a shout out as well to super thanks donators in the last video. Ray LUFC, thank you so much. Russ as well with the super thanks, thank you again. And a new member of the channel, Leeds United John, who allegedly is Ray's twin. So shout out to you guys and thanks for the donations. Obviously, it's all appreciated. It goes back into the channel. And yeah, if you want to become a member, it's in the description. Super thanks will be at the end of the videos. They're on the same line as like and dislike, just like super chats. You can donate that way too. Evening to everybody coming in. Nice to see everyone filtering in. I know it's been a few days. But yeah, Michael S. Our main problem this window is that we're having to play catch up from the past two windows where we did poor, no business. Yeah, I mean that's correct. But we was moving along at a good pace. That's the point I want to make as well. I want to make the point that the signings that we've made so far for the first team, I'm still all for. I think that we've done great signings. I'm not talking about, good signings. I'm not saying that we were done by that point. It's just that we was moving along steady, and as well as getting players in, we were starting to move players out too, the ones that just won't have a future at the club. Obviously, Charlie Creswell's a different matter. He's going to get first team football. Think of the Ben White situation where he's going to go play a year in the Championship, then come back to us even more seasoned, which is only a good thing. But we talk about Tyler Roberts going, Jamie Shackleton going, Leif Davis, who's just joined Ipswich permanently. These are good things, but for me, the incomings and outgoings, they've slowed up a little. They've slowed up a lot. I mean, I've over the past few days as well. I mean, I haven't seen any concrete rumors or anything like that where I would think it's worth talking about, and I've been right not to, because none of them have been anything noteworthy. Lee Gold up here saying we seem to waste our time on players we know won't come. CDK, DePaul. Well, listen, CDK, I understand that. I said it on the last video. I understand why they're in the market for him. He's a young talent, and if you can get him, you get him. But it seems that Milan have I think they're close to tying it up now. So then you move on from that one, right? And Callum Wendo, apparently he's not keen after interest from other clubs. Okay, cool. Then you move on. My concern with that is what is the next batch of strikers we're after. We've obviously heard no whispers from anybody about this. Nobody knows. We are definitely in the market for strikers, but if it's not going to be on those talent levels where they're the young, hungry talents, where the club are probably looking at selling them on in 2 years' time for a profit, maybe. What is the next batch of strikers we're looking at? For me, I would have said to Leicester, Patson Daka. It didn't work out for him too much last season. There's no Europe for them this season. What are you saying about Patson Daka? Is he available for a loan while Jamie Vardy has this next year? Could we take him on loan? Could we entice you with a permanent deal? I would want to look in that direction. Watford, Emmanuel Dennis. Hey, Watford, what are you saying? I would love to see somebody, if it's not going to be of the young prodigy talents that we were looking at previously, I want to get an absolute shooter up front. I don't want any more timid strikers up front. I want people that are just going to smack that ball like Akon. I need hitters up front. And for me, Emmanuel Dennis, we need somebody like that. He would be available. I'm sure he would be available from Watford. Okay, Allison and Marty Adams is Ivan Tony's shout. Not for us. I don't think he would come here. And more to the point, I don't think Brentford would sell him to Leeds United. And when I look at Ivan Tony, I think that he's probably looking at the next move up. If it's not Newcastle where he was before, I think he's probably looking at the top six possibly. So I don't think Ivan Tony is even a possibility. But like a Daka, like a Dennis, someone of that ilk, I would absolutely love to get them in. We it just it just makes you more lethal up front. And I said before in the last video, we're just still toothless up front, and scoring goals is a big thing. I mean, it goes without saying, right? But Gelhart aside, who shoots from any angle possible, and I love that about him, we need another one. We need another two, possibly. But yeah, I mean, but and that was it as well. If we then move on and it's not a Daka or Dennis, and then I'm not saying it will be, but if it ever was where we go for Southampton's Che Adams, I'd be very, very underwhelmed. To put it politely, I'd be very, very underwhelmed with that. So I just hope that there's contingency plans by the club with CDK possibly well looking like he's going Milan, and with Callum Wendo looking like he's probably not going to come. Who's next? That's my question. Luis is saying Cornet valued around 17 and a half. I wouldn't put him as my striker, but it's better than nothing. Yeah, I mean he wants to play wing. He wants to play wing. He's not interested in playing left back. He's already said that in the summer. But yeah, Maxwell Cornet. I mean, I'm not sure. I want out and out shooters. And as good as Cornet is, he's another one where he does miss a few chances. He needs a few before he gets one. That's fine. But I don't know if we're going to be creating that many this season, if you know what I mean. So I think that we have to get somebody who's a bit more efficient than a Cornet. Let's have a look. Josh, Fenerbahce is begging teams to buy, but nah, Barisha, nah, dead that, dead it. No, not for me, not for me. Just forget it. I mean, listen, the name aside, nah, just no. Sorry, not for me. And I'll just leave it there. For me, he's just not good enough. I shouldn't just leave it there. He's not a good enough player, and he hasn't been good enough in lesser leagues than the Prem. I don't see that changing coming to the Premier League with this Leeds United team. So that's a no for me. Yeah, Mark A, KG, how long is Sinisterra's sideline for? No idea. But that's another thing as well. Sinisterra, we don't know the length of injury that he's got. I'm not going to count that against Leeds United in the transfer market because Sinisterra is still a really good signing. But then the drop off from him down, it's big. It's big, isn't it? So we need that X factor back. Right now, it's looking a little bit ordinary to me. Because if you're talking that Harrison now goes to the left, James on the right, possibly Gerhardt behind Bamford or in front of Bamford with Rodrigo behind. The depth is a little scary to me, people. I'm not going to lie. And I said it on the last video. I know a few people laughed on it, but it does give me PTSD from last season because I know a lot of these players aren't good enough. So we need to improve the depth options. I mean, and me and Connor was talking about this today on the group chat because I know he's been getting a bit of stick. I think he's talking like Nottingham Forest last year's Burnley for him. You know what I mean? So, but the point he was trying to make, I think, was that at Forshaw and Click aren't good bench options, which is what I said on the debrief. There's no point having depth if when they come off the bench, they're not doing anything. And right now, we're seeing other teams strengthen their benches who can make an impact. I wish the Matter one was true. I really do. I wish the one Matter rumor was a real thing because it's not about his age, it's not about speed. He's an intelligent player, much like João Moutinho at Wolves. You don't need to be super fast. If you can think with your feet and get the pass off, deliver the set piece, it makes up for the lack of pace. Listen, we've got Dan James who's speedy in anything, and he's got a poor final end product. So yeah, we need something. But listen, it's not the window's nowhere near closed. But for me, I just the business was going along so nicely, but we just seem to have hit a wall now. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, I think I've just missed it, but yeah, someone was just describing Berisha up front, his attributes. Yeah, he's just poor. Darren Wong, I feel we are too fixated on trying to sign young players with sell-on value, a bit trying to be too smart. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm not mad at it, but they've got to have interest in coming. And right now, it just seems that we're in the Chelsea position of with Rafinha, and that we're just waiting and hoping that Milan just collapse. But it looks like they've come to an agreement today or possibly tomorrow. So I think we do need to move on now and get in the next target, whoever that may be. Jake saying Matter would have been like when we got Strachan, midfield general. Absolutely, he's a difference maker. He's nothing like what Hernandez would have bought or anything else like that. He's a clever player, super player, and he was nowhere near finished. He just didn't get used that much at Man United. But yeah, he's a quality player, and he gives you something at set pieces, killer passes as well. But we need shooters too. We need so much. James Black, Rucker, and Adams will miss through games through suspensions. Cards incoming, then what? And that's the point, James. And this is why I mentioned Forshaw and Click, because for me the drop off is tremendous in when it comes to the talent and the quality aspect of them. So Rucker and Adams, if you think that they're going to play 38 games, it's unrealistic. Let's look how both of those tackle for one. They are going to pick up yellow cards. They possibly will pick up injuries as well with their tackling style. It's going to happen. So for me, you need to get in another midfielder. And I mean, listen, Seko Fofana, look, Czech Decore is gone. He's at Crystal Palace now with Uncle Pat. What about his midfield partner, Seko Fofana? How much would he be? Because Decore wasn't that expensive, by the way. He wasn't that expensive. So what about Seko Fofana? I'm sure he would have be available. And just think about how dynamic he is as well. If you've ever seen him play, it just gives you another dimension to your midfield straight away. Loftus Cheek, Chelsea can't play everybody. Is he available? I'm sure we've got a decent relationship with Chelsea after Lewis Bay. I'm sure we would have, you know, built up transfer ties with them, rapport with them. Loftus Cheek, is he available? Would he come to Leeds? Maybe. For regular football, maybe he would. Sander Berg, I've said it many times, he's ready for Premier League football. Where is he? We need more options like that, because for me, Rocco Adams comes out and then you know who comes in. I said to Connor, it just makes my shoulders slump, like, because I know when we've got those guys coming in, it's going to cap us where we finish in the league. Listen, I'm not expecting a high league finish this season. I'm just not. I think we will be okay, but that's only because there's teams that are possibly worse than us. But I don't want to do that again. I want us to actually take care of ourselves and be mid-table, lower half mid-table, and just be comfortable. But I don't know, man. I don't know. R41 think Marsh is going to throw Yabi in. Well, apparently he might go out on loan. So we don't know if he's one of the options to come in and he's that good. Because I haven't seen him play too much. Then cool, but I still feel we need another quality option. And Mike, whose name will never catch me out, we're one injury away from Dan James being up front. Exactly, man. And we don't want that again. Well, I don't want that. I won't speak for you guys. I don't want to see Dan James up front again, ever. It shouldn't even come up in the conversation. As somebody with West Ham yesterday, they signed Skamaka. If you remember on my target video, he was one of mine as well. We're going to need to pony up some money for a quality striker. It's just that simple. I don't know if the board are willing to do it, but they need to do something. We cannot go in with this current firepower that we've got. It's very, very powder puff. Apart from Gelhart, it's very, very light. So there's just things that we need to address. Uh, Darren Wong, I'm okay with Forshaw as a bench player, but I really don't want to see Click. He just makes my blood boil. I'm like that with both of them, Darren. Like I don't want to see them at the club anymore. And it's not just that I want them to get rid of them and that's it. I want them to be replaced. It's not like I just want them out and then leave two gaps in the squad. Just replace them. It's not hard to replace those two players. I'm sorry. It's not hard. They are not. They are literally. Again, speaking with Connor earlier, Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest wouldn't take either of those two players. They wouldn't take. They wouldn't take them. So why are we settling for those two players? We're three. This is our third year coming up in the Prem. and we're still holding on to players like that. I understand some people love them because of the promotion. I understand that some of you got personal attachments to them. Cool. But if you're talking about progressing in the league, you've got to get these guys out. You've got to. And there was a comment as well. Somebody left a comment before about Jamie Shackleton not getting a chance in midfield. It's a very long comment, and I would have replied, but then I saw his reply to another comment where he said that he doesn't like to reply to facts on his opinions. Well, listen, here's a fact for you, Mister. Jamie Shackleton has gone out on loan to the Championship, so he would have been made available for loan, and it's a Championship club that picked him up. No one else in the Prem said, you know what, Jamie Shackleton, Leeds haven't used him in central midfield all that much. We should get him and use him because I think he's going to do something real good for us. No, he's gone to the Championship. So there's facts for you. Okay. Just so there you go. There's a reply for you, Mister. But this is what I mean. We just need to keep moving on and upgrading the squad. And for me, we haven't got enough difference makers coming off the bench, in my opinion, at this moment in time. Robert Purnell, time is moving on. We need to get a striker sorted out. Yeah, we do. Yeah, I've seen this today. Philip, it's Max. Yep, Philip Max. He's 28, but if we can get him for 7 million, it's not too bad. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's really good. I mean, he's a good player. He's a decent player, I should say. But it's like I said as well before, and you know what? Shout out because a couple of you let me know that Connor and Joe both shouted me out for the Luke Thomas shouts from Leicester, which is good. Good on them for shouting out where they got the idea from. I love that. But there's so many left backs out there. This is another thing as well. Left back is so easy to sort out. People, there's so many available that it shouldn't be taking this long to get one in. Philip Max, if that's him, cool. Let's get him in. Let's get him in the squad. At least there, he gives us another attacking outlet from both crossing and set piece situations. But we still need people to finish those off. Let's have a look. Jack Turner, I'm actually not bothered about the striker position. Gelhardt will have a breakout season and Bamford making cameos. We definitely need a proven top class striker, but left back is scaring me. I would say both of us are important as each other, but we definitely need another striker, Jack, in my opinion. As you know, I said on the last one, Gelhardt is our number one striker right now. For me, he is, but he's still going to need help. And like some people keep saying, he's getting injuries. I liken his injuries probably to like when Steven Gerrard was coming up and he was getting growing pains, injuries like that, and he turned out to be fine. I think it's much like that for Gelhardt too. But yeah, we do need another striker, and it'll be criminal if we don't get another one in. I'm sure they will, but let's try and get them in before the Wolves game. 10 days time, people. It's not long. It's not long. Yeah, Robert Burnell, smash like it's free. Exactly. Hit the like button, people. It's free. And Ray, with 5 subs, we need a decent bench. We absolutely do. We absolutely do it. I always liken it to, okay, we're chasing a game 1-0. We're 1-0 down. We need a goal. We bring on Mateus Klick. What's he going to do? What's he done in the last 2 years? Or it's 1-1 and we need a goal. What's he going to do? It's just not good enough, people. And when, I'm not going to talk about Forest too much, but the ambition they're showing, I mean, they're showing some real ambition. And not only that as well, who's the player? They told Joe Lally to go and train with the kids, people. Do you know how much we as a fan base, Leeds United just wanted to make all the promoted players play. Nottingham Forest said, you know what, Joe? It ain't happening for you this season. Go and train with the kids. Sounds cold, but Nottingham Forest are doing it the way that they should. And if it works, cool. If it doesn't work, they still took a gamble and tried, didn't they? That's where I am with it. Like, you've got to start just being ruthless with these guys. And I thought we was going in that direction, but it just seems to have slowed down a little bit. Ben, what's happening about Ben Foster? No idea. No idea about the backup goalkeeper. I mean, Ben Foster hasn't made it a secret that he's looking for a new club. So, no idea. No idea there. Louise is saying Lewis O'Brien would have been such a good replacement for Click. Young, good tackler knows his priorities. Yeah, I mean, listen, Lewis O'Brien for me is a bench player. When I'm talking like another upgrade in midfield, I'm talking about like a Fafana, a Loftus Cheek, someone of that quality. But yeah, Lewis O'Brien to be on the bench, he's better than yeah, he's better than the two that I keep mentioning. I don't want to hammer them too much. I know it sounds like a hammer them, but they they just don't belong in the Premier League, people. Somebody also asked about Broya too. I think Chelsea are looking to keep him. So because you saw West Ham now sign Skamaka, they were looking to sign Broya, but I think Chelsea are looking to keep him. But I don't know what's going on there. But if you could get a loan for Broya, yeah, do it. Do it again. He went off the boil a bit in the second half of last season, but he's a very, very good striker. And just because he had a bit of a quiet second half doesn't mean he's going to stink out the play second year. I think he would have used that experience. You know, he had a bit of a butt head with Hasselhooten. Let's see what he could do. I would take Broya at the club. SJ44 Forest are going being forced to the wall. They are. They've identified. You know, they had a few players on loan. Obviously, Jed Spence being the main one. They had a few players out of contract, and they just realized that they can't keep that squad and stay in the Prem. So I give them more the credit for the gamble they're taking. Risu caught alive. Nice to see you. Yeah, nice to see everybody in the chat, man. Nice to see you all. Snoop Huggy White, agree, KG. Gelhart is my number one too, but I'll bet any money he's number three in Marsh's eyes, and you know that leaves Rodrigo as his number two. That man clicking for sure have to go. Yeah, I can't disagree with any of that at all. Danny Rumsey said earlier, can we just get a big well done for the to the line? This is for last night. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And that back heel goal was top notch, man. That was tremendous. What is it, Russo? Yeah, very good goal, very good goal. And yeah, good luck to the England ladies in the final, man. I actually hope they do it. I actually hope they do it. Jamie Lowe, the board's negligence is why we are windows behind. It is, but I thought we was remedying that this summer, and we was going at a real nice pace. But now we've just stopped in our tracks, and it is really confusing as to why. Because if they think that the job is done, they've got a rude awakening. Like I say, there are some teams that probably will be worse, but do we want to go through that again where we're just hoping that Bournemouth, Everton, Fulham always lose and we can somehow not lose a game? Come on, let's look after ourselves. Jared saying another season of facing relegation. Oh, well, that's it. I want to know actually. Do you where do you guys see us finishing this season as we stand today? As we stand today on the 27th, where do you guys see us finishing next season? That's a decent question. Gavin, KGC, more Love Island updates from you than Leeds because there's nothing to update, Gavin. There's nothing to update. Yeah, Love Island's almost finished anyway. They're in like the go home week, which is pretty boring to me. So, but yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Ben saying 14th, Jared saying 17th, 16th, 16th for a couple of people. Graham 15th. Yeah, yeah, that sounds about right for me too. Josh 15th. Was it Nydia? Same as last season, 17th. Oh wow. Oh, we got one. LDS on top, 18th. Ooh. Louis saying we don't have a difference maker anymore. Lewis, if there's something I want to mention, let me just please hold on a minute. Now, you know me, people. I don't usually like to look back unless I'm talking like the 99 2000 team or 99 up to 2002 era. I can talk about that all day long, right? But generally, I don't like to look back. But as people have bombarded me with Alioski shouts before and everything else like that, I'm going to indulge you with this because Rafinha, yeah, I know I said I never mentioned him again, but that was due to transfers. We let this guy down. We let this man down. When I saw him in the highlights for the Real Madrid game, the second game, I just said, you know what? We let this guy down so badly. Like we are. Listen, we're a Premier League club, big club in historically, but we let this guy down. His talent level was way too good for us, and the fact that we didn't give him more tools to work with was criminal. Absolutely criminal. Listen, I talked about in a hypothetical sense before, because I always just said, listen, he goes to Barcelona or somewhere else, he's going to get his numbers up, no problem. But actually seeing it happening, I know they're friendlies, but you have to just look at how he's playing. His one-touch football is working because he's got Fatty, he's got, De Jong, he's got all these kind of players with him, Lewandowski now. Like we let this guy down, man. We was playing with Tyler Roberts and Dan James up front, man. We let Rafinha down, man. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, SJ, we didn't push on. We didn't. Just think about how low his assist total was for the amount of chances he created. It's criminal. It's criminal. And then just seeing him just playing with the smile on his face, just doing one-touch football and shooting at will. God, we let this guy down. But listen, I'm going to keep an eye out for him. I'm not going to lie, because Barcelona look like they mean business this year. If they can register all their players, then they mean business. But yeah, oh man, jeez, and like somebody said, it was about the difference maker. Sinistera was, I guess, that person, but we still need another one. People, we still need another. We can't just be light. With now Sinistera's out. I mean, this is the perfect example. He's out injured now. We don't know how long for. But then we need somebody else there too. The squad isn't deep enough at this point in time. Snoop Huggy White, we had a world beater to build around and show progression and desire. And what did we do in the transfer market? We gave Tyler Roberts a contract extension. Sorry, Rafa. Yeah, just criminal. It's criminal what we did to that guy, man. He didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve that. Oh man. Let's have a look. Let's see what else people. Yeah, I know, Darren. Trust me, it is painful. It is painful. Very painful, man. Sajal saying, if we had 40 million euros to spend on CDK, surely we need to use that to get a striker on the left back, Callum Wendo or Terrier in the first instance. Yeah, listen, I've already mentioned Callum Wendo. If that's not going to happen, then we need to move on. But the Terrier link is a bit weird for me, because yes, he had a good season last year, but is that going to be his new normal, or was that an anomaly? Because Terrier before wasn't that guy. He just wasn't. He was hardly hitting 10 goals, people. So that's a big gamble, because it's not like he's just 21, 22. He's mid 20s. He's not old, but that was his first year where everything just clicked for him. So I'm not too sure about that one. We'll keep an eye on it, but you have to wonder, is that his new normal from now on in his career, or is that just an anomaly season? We'd have to wait and see. Just get Tom. We just get this on the screen here. Is KG drinking from a frozen mug? Nope. It's Ratatouille. Huh? Ratatouille, man. Love it. Superb film. Uh, Derek saying, bro, you scored 6 goals all season. He's not a good forward. We keep talking about a goal getter. He isn't that guy. Listen, Derek, it wasn't just that he just stopped scoring. He had a few issues, I think, with Hassan Hootel, and essentially he benched him for a while as well. So there's different circumstances why that happened, but he's a young striker, and I think he'll only get better. So I hear what you're saying, but we could do worse than getting him on loan. I'm not sure about the price Chelsea want. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, to be fair, because they're looking at what 35 plus. I think you better off spending 25 on Emmanuel Dennis, in my opinion. If Emmanuel Dennis is just 25, I believe that's the price being quoted. But yeah, uh, let's have a look. Let's see what everyone else is saying. I'm not going to stay too long, people, because as you can hear in my voice, it's not the best. But if you can't handle me at my worst, then you don't deserve me at my best. You know that saying, guys. JM. Realistically, we need another 11 signings. Yeah, it's kind of mad. Listen, if I was to say what I really wanted to happen to the squad, then I'd be in big trouble, big trouble. But yeah, we definitely need a few more. Yeah, again, Sajal is asking about Gakpo. Is that dead in the water? I haven't heard nothing about Gakpo to Leeds United. I've heard him being linked to Arsenal more recently than Leeds United, so maybe we're out of the running for him. But again, he would have been good. He's a shooter. He is a good shooter too. So yeah, I mean, we can't just be done with one striker. We need another forward, a creative one at that. We've got to be in the hunt for some more players. Have to be. Third year in the Prem, people. We need to be moving a little bit more serious. Because right now, it's kind of funny because again, using Forest as an example, but only because they've just been recently promoted. I look at that game now between us and Forest, and I don't know. Do we win that game? I'm starting to think, do we actually win that game? Now, you shouldn't be thinking about that with a Nottingham Forest. We shouldn't be. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's gonna be another little bit a season of pain. I think it's gonna be another season of pain at this point in time. But let's see. That like I say, the window hasn't closed yet, people. Alan, good evening to you, Alan. Nice to catch you. Yeah, nice. Thank you for joining me, Alan. Rico saying has to be a combo of development and signings. Can't close the gap with money unless you're a nation state club. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not just that. I mean, listen, I don't do the whole net spend thing, but pretty much what we've spent is what we've got back for Calvin and Rafinha. So it just matters then because we don't know this and we should never know this. But how much money do we have to spend? That's the most interesting thing. Because remember at that time when we signed Dan James, apparently we didn't have much money left. Then all of a sudden we slapped down nearly 25 to 30 million on Dan James. So we'll just never know that stuff, but we just have to improve. Just have to. Uh, the Leeds lobby. If we lose to Forest, I'll cry. All my mates are Forest fans. I won't live it down. Yeah, but that's what I mean. I'm not saying that we will lose to Forest, but I don't know at this point in time. I just see Jesse Lingard scoring and doing the dance in the corner flag at Elland Road. So but then we could beat them too. Who knows? But we shouldn't be doubting. The whole point of that is we shouldn't be doubting whether we can beat Nottingham Forest at home. Because if that's the case, who can we beat? It's all mad, people. It's all mad. Uh, Sajal, KG, when are you doing a phone in? Would be great to talk to you. Listen, Sajal, the logistics for me to do a phone in at this point in time is very difficult for a myriad of reasons. I know Connor's doing it over on his channel, and well done to him. But let's just say in the filtered comments that you guys don't see, I have a lot more to deal with than he ever will. So take that with what you will. But listen, I will try when it's for the members, I will try and do a little stream, but I've got to know how to do it, and I will ask somebody soon how to do it. But yeah, it's a little bit more difficult for me, Sajal. The HPN, how did we ignore Aaron Hickey while Brentford got him? Yeah, Aaron Hickey was one of my names on my list. The HPN, I had him down in my first transfer video as somebody that we should be looking at. Yeah, we just weren't in for him, I guess. I think the club were banking on Junior Firpo and hoping that somebody else could just cover him. But obviously plans change when injuries happen like that. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but we'll see how he gets on. But they've definitely strengthened in that area. I mean, they've got both him and Rico Henry. It's not a bad twosome to have. Not bad at all. Uh Let's have a look. Ash is saying Southampton going down with Bournemouth and Fulham. It's not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout, Ash. And even I would even throw in Everton in that as well. I know they've just signed Ruben Vinagre from Wolves. I mean, so you know what I mean, but I still think they're going to be in a bit of trouble too. That's it. I don't want to rely on those teams being bums and us just being grateful that they've been worse than us. I want us to do something ourselves. Burry saying we've only been back in the Prem for 2 seasons. Need a bit of realism, peeps. I mean, you say that, Burry, but if you're a Forest fan and you just come up, would you think Forest fans would expect them to sign Jesse Lingard? I don't think they would have thought that. I don't think anyone saw that coming. So there's realism, but then there's also just trying to move on. That's it. That's all it is for me. Let's have a look. Just going through some more of your comments just before I go. Stephen Boys, hi KG from Oklahoma, great channel. Thank you, Stephen. Oklahoma. The only thing I think of from Oklahoma, well, it's two things actually. The band Hinder, great guys, and also obviously JR, you know, by God, I shot Stone Cold, you know. But shout out to you, Stephen. Metro KG is realistic as ever, bud, but just don't ever go on Wacko and express your opinions, though, as you'll get slaughtered by all the super fans on there. Yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is, people. But that's why I've got my own channel. That's why this is literally why it's one of the reasons why I got my own channel, because for me, there wasn't enough people talking from a footballing point of view. It's just all just Leeds passion, rah, 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 and all this stuff. And for me, football is a simple game, but you have to look at it from various angles. And yes, it's to my downfall at times. I can definitely tell you that. But yeah, I'll always stick to how I speak about football. But yeah, forums for me aren't for me, never will be. But I appreciate everyone that, because some people do share my stuff on forums too, and I do know that. So shout out to everybody anyway, man. Love or hate, doesn't matter to me. Shout out to everyone. Max H, anyone else struggling to make an FPL team right now? Yeah, if you want to join the FPL League, people, the link is in the description also. But Max, I've tinkered with my team 3 to 4 times now, and it's starting to annoy me. I'm not gonna lie. I just need the first week to come now so we can just get it up and running, because I think each time I've got the best team, and I just tweak it a bit, and I think, oh, this one's better, and I take somebody out and put, oh, it's all mad. But I hear you, Max. Very frustrating. Let's have a look. Mm-mm-mm. Laurent is saying, hi KG, with Sinister out, I'm just concerned that with less hope not Aronson out, we're kind of back to the last year's squad, assuming Rucker and Adams replacing KP. Well, yeah, it is. It pretty much is, though, isn't it? If a lot of those players don't play, it is pretty much last year's squad. And for me, it PTSD, people, telling you, I can't look at it too much. It hurts just to see those guys attempt to play football again. That's it as well. I think people are forgetting just how bad they were. But that happens, isn't it? It happens in every preseason. Your expectations get reset. You start to think, well, everyone's starting from a clean slate. They can't be as bad as last year, surely. Guys, no. Oh boy. We'll see. We'll see. Luis is asking, do you think that Jesse Lingard would do a good job? Yeah, I think he's going to be fine for Forest. I think he's going to be really good. He's a good player. He always has been. He had a down period at Man United when he was going through a few personal problems, but the guys are a solid Premier League player. So, yeah, Forest have got themselves a good player there. Absolutely. Oh, voice is struggling at the bit a minute. Hold on, people. Mad Max. So, for any new people tuning in, I don't always talk like this. It's just that My voice is hurting right now. Mad Max, shout out to you, Mad Max. KG is the man for helping me in a dark time. Support this man with the light, people. Well, thank you, Mad Max. And yeah, I mean, listen, hey, we talk about stuff. I get messages from people pretty much every week. It was definitely a lot more last year, but people still message me just saying how much they enjoy the content and things like that. Thanks for helping them through. But that's the same way that I watch content too, and other content creators do the same for me. This channel, you will always just be able to be yourself, and that's again, that's another thing I wanted to do when starting this channel. Like you know me, I love my metal music, I love my rap, hip hop, but I also love pop music, and you can't shame me for it. Okay, you can like what you want to like. Being yourself is a big part of mental health, by the way. Just saying, when you try and suppress things or trying to say you don't like something because it doesn't fit the status quo or doesn't look cool, you're only hindering yourself. Just enjoy what you want to enjoy and be yourself. But yeah, no problem, man. And listen, you're not the only one. And thanks for all the people that give messages like that. It is appreciated, and it's very humbling too. Very, very humbling, I must say. Theo, stop being naughty, man. Stop being naughty. Oh, Lewis. Ah, it's gone. It's gone. Oh no, it hasn't. Lewis, Ian Pervader, breakout season incoming. Listen. Oh, oh boy. That's it as well. Some people there, I mean, I've just scrolled past them, but Helder Costa's still here. And like Lewis says here, Pervader, why aren't these guys being moved on? Or at least attempted to be moved on? I don't hear any rumors about any of these guys, the French players, being moved on. It's really weird. Really, really weird. Luis, my body can't bear another relegation battle. Yeah, I don't want to do it again either. Don't want to do it again at all. Leeds Lumby, Lingard will be good for Forest, but his wages are questionable. Respectfully, why has anyone bothered about how much he's earning? Respectfully, if he's not getting paid anywhere near 200,000, by the way, people. But even if he was, what does it matter? Literally, Danny Drinkwater has just left Chelsea this summer after doing absolutely zilch throughout his whole time. We haven't heard no one speak about Danny Drinkwater pillaging Chelsea out of money. So why does it matter if Lingard signed for a year on high wages? Let the man get his money and then do whatever he does at the end of the season. It's a risk free, isn't it, for both? If Forest go down, they're not lumbered with Lingard's wages for another year in the championship. And if they stay up, they'll probably activate it and they stay together. But shouldn't be pocket watching people. Doesn't matter. Mark Jones, hello, my favorite YouTuber. Come on, Victor. There's only a handful of decent forwards and left back. We need it sorting or same position as last year. D Turley, 10th place finish and win both the FA Cup and Carabao Cup. Surely that's not too much to ask for. D, that is tremendous. I'd absolutely love that. I would absolutely love it. Listen, I've always said I want a cup run, and I think Jesse Marsh does too. I think we're going to see stronger teams in the cups than we have in previous years. I definitely believe Jesse Marsh and even some of the players he's brought in will want cups. Listen, they're used to winning silverware where they've been. Doesn't matter if it's been at a lower level than the English Premier League. They've won trophies much more than we've done in the last few years. So I do see them trying to go on a cup run. I would absolutely love it. I'd absolutely love it to see it again. Let's have a look. Just going through some more of your comments. Michael, calma, calma. All will be fine. Marchland together. Yeah, that's it as well, Michael. I do believe we'll be fine. It's just that I think I was hoping just to be a little bit more comfortable. If that makes sense, I was hoping to be a bit more comfortable than just being in that cluster of teams again, which are just poor teams. So, but yeah, I do think we'll be okay as well. Definitely. Scott Lightning, we have some quality guys. Don't worry, it's not like we're completely devoid of talent. Aronson, Sinistera, Harrison, Gilhart, Rocket Adams, Christensen, Melier is a good base to start from. Absolutely, Scott. Absolutely. I completely agree. It's just if those guys go out, the level below is a little scary. A little bit scary to me. Actually, I think Drame is going to be even better, much like Creswell will be when he returns because of the loan spell he had. I think Cody Drame is going to be a good deputy for Christensen. So yeah, I absolutely agree with Scott. I just wish they'd pattern up some of the positions that we need because we've got to score more goals, people. You saw our goal contributions from last season. It was poor. It was so poor. And we almost relied on the same people minus Tyler Roberts again. Rafinha's gone. We just need a bit more up there. Lewis, nothing. Oh, okay. So Ray, KG Vision, the Thinking Fans channel. I told you before, Ray, to my detriment sometimes, man. I think I'd be doing a lot better if I just beat my chest and go, "Oh, it's all Leeds." But nah, listen, I appreciate the love so far, man. Almost at 7,000 subscribers, so not doing too badly, right? Lewis Gilfin, nothing worse than working a job you hate. I agree with that. I don't know where that's come from. Did I just say something like that? But I completely agree with that. And we will go into stuff like that as we get to know each other a lot more. Because one thing I would love to do is help somebody who's very young not get stuck in the job that they hate. That's the worst thing you can do. Absolutely the worst thing they can do. But if I can help people avoid that, I'm here to do it. D Turley, that's a great point. No one wants our fringe players, including us. That sums it up. That's magnificent. Oh man. Oh man. All right, coming to the end, I think. Hold on. Oh Lord. Uh, Sorry, I'm just looking for something to answer. Jimmy Somerville. Oh Lord. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to go. Um Oh man, yeah. I think I'm gonna have to go and just give my voice a bit of a rest. Yeah. Lou, Casey thinking about thinking. Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. Theo, that's why you, Brownie, and Connor is such a good mix, all different opinions and views. That's correct. Joe as well, he's a passion merchant if I ever see one. Yeah, he's absolutely a passion merchant. He'll tell you that though. He'll tell you he's a passion merchant though. He doesn't try and deny it. So that's why I appreciate him when he does say it. Oh Lord, people. I'm gonna have to get off. But listen, thank you for all joining me tonight. I know it was very short notice. I think I set it up like 10 minutes before. I'm not in the best of vocal ability either. So I appreciate you all for hanging with me on this one. Hit a like on the video for me, please. Please do that for me. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel and drop your comments about anything that I've said today or anything that you're thinking of in regards to Leeds 10 days before the league starts. I'm interested to hear your thoughts after. So peace out, people, and have a good one.